Dr. Henry, I want to ask that the CDC updated its messaging on masks this week, saying that the benefits come from both source control and personal protection. Does the evolving science on masks persuade you to consider a stronger stand on wearing them? Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, and we've been watching that very carefully. Particularly, we've had some discussion nationally about what type of mask to wear, and as I mentioned earlier, it is more important as one of those measures as we're seeing increasing transmission in our communities, and as we're approaching in the winter or the cold and flu season. So yes, we have said that the expectation now is that people will wear masks on indoor public places, whether that's a building, a shopping, retail outlet, whether it is going into, we've been doing it here in the legislature, and going into the office, in common areas, in public areas, on transit. And I know that people are hearing that message. People are recognizing that masks is an additional layer. It doesn't mean that you don't need to do those other things. And that's what's so important. We've never mandated that you have to keep a physical distance, but we know people understand that. And the masking is the same concept. It's an additional measure, very important right now. It protects you, but more importantly, it shows that you're part of this and it protects others around you.
Do you have a follow-up?
I just want to ask, so some jurisdictions across the country have issued province-wide mask mandates, so will BC consider that, or?
No, we have always said that these individual measures are ones that we expect people to do, and we've seen that is the way that people have responded to that. We know that there are some people who are not able to wear masks, and we need to respect that, but most people can and do. And this is really important as we're moving into this season, that we continue to pay attention to that, to wear masks in indoor public spaces.
How much do you wish that you had implemented these orders sooner, considering that you said it was as far back as Thanksgiving that you believe this latest wave started, if you don't want to call it a wave? And again, with mandatory masks, I'm hearing from business owners who are saying that if we don't make it mandatory, people come into my shop or into my restaurant or into my store and say, Bonnie tells me I don't have to wear one, so you can't force me to. How do you reconcile that with people that want you to, for the sake of their business, mandate masks?
I will say that businesses themselves can say, in my business, it is people need to wear a mask to come in here, and staff need to wear a mask to come in here. And if people don't want to do that, you need to accommodate them by allowing them to order online, by giving them other options. And I will say that to people. If you do not want to wear a mask, if you don't have any reason why you cannot wear a mask, and for people who can't wear a mask, we need to look at alternatives so that you are protected when you're going out. And that means ordering online, doing pickup, not putting yourselves in situations when you're in contact with others. And this is something that, people say, believe me, I get as many on one side as the other. Mandating masks is not something that is going to change some people's minds. We know that most people will do the right thing when they understand the rationale behind it, and we're seeing that. And I would encourage particularly some of the larger businesses, this needs to be part of your safety protocols, and that's more enforceable than my telling people that it's an order that you wear a mask. I will say it's the expectation that when you're in an indoor public place, you wear a mask. And that is across this province. And I know, for example, it was made mandatory on transit, and that has increased mask use. People recognize that it's an important issue right now. It's not a silver bullet that's going to stop all of this transmission. It is one in the layers that we need to take.